All right, we're ready for the next lesson. In this lesson, we're going to be learning about our first layout tool called section grids, and we'll use them to build out our next section. These will be key in keeping our site responsive, especially when we start optimizing for the lower breakpoints. Let's get started. Let's hover over our next blank section and choose a new starting point. This time we're going to choose Grid Layout to open up our Ads panel under our Layout tools. Here you're going to see some options for some section grids. Let's click the 2-cell option in the top right. Now we can see that in our section we have a left cell and a right cell. And if we open up the Layers panel, you'll see that under this section, we just have the 2 blank cells. If we open up the Inspector panel, we can go down to Layout and we see that we have 2 columns and 1 row. To adjust the column sizes, we can change the percentage here, or we can simply just drag the cell freely and you'll see that the percentage changes. To make these 2 columns even, we can use the equalize vertically to set it back to 50%. To split these cells and create additional cells, let's click on the left cell and click split horizontally. Now you can see that we have 1, 2, 3 cells. And we can check this again by looking in the layers and seeing all 3 blank cells. With the section selected, back over the Inspector panel, we'll now see 2 rows. Additionally, we can add some gaps between these cells by going to gaps and typing in what we'd like. Let's add 20 pixels to each, and you'll see that we now have gaps between the cells. Let's start adding some elements into the cells. Let's go to the Ads panel, go to Quick Add, and we'll add an image. Let's drag it into the far right cell. To make the image fill the entire cell, we can click the arrow in the right-hand corner to stretch it to fill the cell. Again, we can change the image by clicking Change Image and searching any of the media from Wix. Select the image that you want and click Update. Now to the other cells, let's add in some text. We'll go back to the Ads panel, grab a title, and drag it in. This section will be our About section, so let's change this text to About Us. Now, in the Inspector panel, let's line it to the horizontal left and the vertical center. Let's make this cell a little smaller. We'll click on the cell and then hover over the Adjust Proportions and move it up. Now, let's add our paragraph in the bottom cell. Let's go back to Add Elements and drag in a paragraph. This time, I'll generate some text with AI. We'll add on our business type, our business name. We'll select the text type, the topic of the text, and hit Create Text. From here, I can select the first option and choose Use Text. Now, if I need to adjust, I can stretch out the text box. And if I want to change any of it, I can click Edit Text. Again, let's use the Inspector panel to align the text to the left, and this time we'll do it to the bottom. And I'll bring the text box in a little. To create some spacing between the text and the section, let's again add some padding. We'll use the breadcrumbs here to make sure that we're selected on the section. Now with the section selected, let's go to the Inspector panel and scroll down to padding. For this section, let's add in 30 pixels on the left and right, and for the top and bottom, let's switch it to percentage and add 3. Now we can see that there's padding on the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. If we wanted to change the padding from just one of the sides, an easy way to do this is grab the little bar and move it larger or smaller. Let's remove it completely on this right-hand side. All right, I think that's everything. Let's preview the site and see how it looks. There you have it. You've built your first section using section grids. Once we're ready to work on the lower breakpoints, you'll see how incredible using cells can be to quickly optimize your layouts. Once again, take as much time as you need to finish up this section, and when ready, I'll see you in the next lesson to learn about some more powerful layout tools.